Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I would like to apologize to U.S. Marines and to American soldiers for my last vlog. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the military and everyone else involved in the military. Everyone else I've offended by my last vlogs and my complete disrespect. I said really some really hurtful words, and I strongly apologize. I'm really sorry I offended you. And if you did not see that vlog, or any of the other vlogs I've done, basically, I've done vlogs telling those in the military and those who support the troops, those who support the military, that you're my enemy and I'm your enemy because I'm a radical pacifist. So, basically, I'm opposed to war and you're preparing for war, so obviously I'm your enemy. Philosophically, obviously you're my enemy. So I basically said, well, to be consistent with your philosophy, you need to kill me because I'm your enemy and you're my enemy. And I was really offensive, and I made comments, really hurtful comments, so I apologize for the comments too, and apologize for that vlog. Then I left my phone number, you know, come find me. So, but basically, make no mistake, I still radically support the philosophy of what I'm saying. I support the philosophy that I'm a pacifist, and if you're in the military, you're obviously preparing for war, so being consistent with your philosophy, you need to kill me. So I support the philosophy behind that, but I support the troops. I do not intend to attack one human being. I'm being a pacifist, and like my vlog was very aggressive speech, so like it's not consistent with me being a pacifist. I'm going to give aggressive speech. I want to be a peacemaker, so I was obviously not being a peacemaker by my speech. So I want to be a peacemaker, and I do not want to attack any single human being, because part of the reason I'm a pacifist is because I believe every single human being, no matter who they are God. They are immensely precious. They are immensely precious. Every human being is God, essentially. That's why I'm a pacifist. I would never hurt another human being, because that would be, in a very literal way, hurting myself if I hurt another human being. So anyway, yesterday, because I had left my phone number, I talked with a lot of U.S. Marines yesterday. And I was very surprised by this, because the vast majority of the U.S. Marines I talked with yesterday were very civil with me. They were very mature people. They were very intelligent people, and they were non-reactive. They were not reacting to my vlog. They were very level-headed, very civil people, and very peaceful people. Ironically, these U.S. Marines were more peaceful than me, because they called me and talked with me about my vlog, and they were more peaceful. I'm the pacifist, and they were more peaceful than me. So they were more open-minded than me, more mature than me. So I was really surprised, and I have a new respect for the U.S. Marines. As mostly Marines I talk with. So I have a very new and very high respect for U.S. Marines. So I talked with a lot of Marines yesterday. And to be honest, if they can respect me, they can respect, because they respected what I was telling them, my viewpoints. If they can respect me, then we have very good Marines that are very good men that are defending our country. I will give credit where credit is due. They were very respectful towards me and very level-headed and non-reactive. They're very good men. The majority of U.S. Marines are very good men, and we have very good men defending our country. I will be fair. So I feel really good about that. And when I want to say thank you to the Marines I talked with yesterday, who were open-minded and very civil. You're very good men, and I respect your service, and I thank you for serving our country. New respect. So I have gained, as a result of yesterday talking to a lot of U.S. Marines, I have gained a new appreciation for de-escalating conflict and toning down rhetoric through dialoguing with people who have a very different worldview, a very different, they're very vastly different than me, a very different worldview than me. So from now on, I promise that I will make an effort to support the troops, because they do deserve my respect. No matter, and every single American does need to respect the troops, no matter how different than you. Then they're good men. Marines and those in the military serving are good men. So I will make an effort to support the U.S. troops from now on. And I do give the Marines credit for that, for helping change my understanding of the U.S. military. So if I, like, literally, seriously, if I can support the U.S. troops, then there's hope for any rivals, basically. Because I'm still a pacifist. I still strongly believe that the very existence of a military is the seed of war. The fact that a military exists, no matter what, just the fact that a military exists anywhere around the world is a threat to world peace and will destroy the world. So I'm still very much a pacifist. But I do now support the troops. So there's hope for any rivals. Basically, so if we can all do this as human beings all around the world, whether it's personal conflicts between two people, or even if it's national conflicts like between two opposing cultures, if we can all do this, then there will be less conflict in the world. If we can all decide to be humble, because talking to the Marines yesterday, we both decided to be mutually humble. Laying aside our values. So if everyone lays aside their values, decides to be humble and talks with each other, dialogues with each other, and we see each other as human beings, then no matter how different we are from each other, no matter how different our values, our worldview is, if we can see each other as human beings and decide to be humble, then there will be less war and less conflict in the world. And we can all have peace, the peace we want in the world. So this is something very significant I learned as a pacifist. Yesterday, pacifism alone is not good enough to end war. Pacifism, radical pacifism alone is not good enough to end conflict around the world. There must be humility and there must be dialogue as well. So if, like, no matter how severe the conflict is, if people express mutually humility and dialogue, there will be less conflict. It has to be dialogue and humility along with pacifism in order for pacifism to be real. Like, the irony is that the U.S. Marines were the ones who taught me how to be a pacifist. That's something I really appreciate about everything. Talking to a lot of Marines yesterday is that the irony, U.S. Marines have taught me how to be a pacifist. Very, very friendly people, just very level-headed. So, anyway, my vlogs and my comments I had intended to offend. I did want to offend people, but I did not want to hurt anyone's feelings. I never intended to hurt anyone's feelings. But I'm screwed up like that. I mean, that's my life. That's kind of the life I've lived. I never want to hurt anyone's feelings. I do genuinely care about people. Like, the irony of me as a person is that I love being hated. I love it. I just get a thrill when people hate me. But at the same time, I love every single person, no matter how different they are than me. I love each person very deeply and genuinely, and I do not like hurting people, even though I like it when people hurt me. I like it when people hate me back. But I'm screwed up like that. So, anyway, I will answer all your texts because I've been bombarded with texts. I will answer everyone's texts. And so I will not die for my pride. Like I said in my last vlog, long story, but I'm not afraid of dying because I have already died. Literally, I've been on the other side of eternity. So I know what will happen to me when I die, and I'm more afraid of living than anything else. But anyway, I will not die for my pride. So I'm doing this vlog because I did have a couple death threats yesterday. But I will not die for my pride because that's not worth dying for. I will die for justice. But it takes discernment in knowing whether or not you're going to die for justice or die for your pride. So, putting this log down, I will not die for my pride. That's, again, an apology to everyone I've offended, all the U.S. Marines and in the military. Thank you very much. I have a sore throat. Sorry, but have a good night. Bye.